if you're an aspiring real estate investor, then you must know what are the type of credits available out there that you can utilize in order to invest like a millionaire. So in this video, I'll be sharing those information. Namaskar, Adavarse, good morning, good evening, what's up everyone? Hope you guys staying home and safe. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification for an awesome content regarding real estate investing. And also I'll be sharing my own journey as a real estate investor and realtor, and many other financial discussions. If you're already a subscriber and watching my videos for a while, if you like it, please hit that thumbs up button, because YouTube doesn't like the videos that doesn't have much likes, so please do that. With that, so as I said, really if you want to be successful as a real estate investor, then definitely you need to know what are the, you need to have access to different type of credits in order to utilize them in a right way to be successful as an investor. So I'll be sharing those details. Stay tuned, watch out till the end, because there are a lot of things I will be covering in this video. If you need or take up a pen and paper, make a note of them, because this is really important. You need to know this as an investor. So first of all, you need to know what's secure line of credit, also known as a home equity line of credit. So basically it's like a credit card, but this is secured against your property. So for example, if you own a property, let's say worth 100,000, and you don't have any mortgage on it, now you can go to the bank and borrow money against that property. So if you borrow a mortgage, you have to pay monthly payments every month. But whereas you can borrow a line of credit secured against that real estate property, so you will generally, banks will give you, depending on, every lender have their own policies, they might give you 70% loan to value or 75% or 80%. So 80% loan to value line of credit. So basically I'll be talking about advantages and disadvantages in a minute, but just understand it this way. The secure line of credit, the HELOC, means you get a credit that is secured against your property. So what are the advantages of doing this? So first of all, as I said, now you're not taking a mortgage. When you take a mortgage, actually you have to pay monthly payments every month, principal plus interest. So you will be paying compound interest over a period of, it could be 35 years or any X amount of amortization years. Whereas when you're taking a line of credit, so line of credit is a kind of a credit where you only, whatever the amount that you use, you will pay interest on that particular amount. So that's the biggest advantage. Now you don't have to pay payments right away. You only pay the interest on the amount that you used. So going back to the previous example, now you have that property 100,000 and bank gave you 70,000 line of credit, HELOC. So you have that credit with a limit of 70,000. So now if you're not using it at all, like you don't need money at this point, you just have that credit accessible for you, you can use it whenever you need money. Whenever you have an opportunity to invest into any property or stocks, anything, when there is an opportunity. Until then, you don't have to pay any payments, so you just have access to the money. That's a cool thing. And the interest rates on this credit is way low when compared to credit cards or even unsecured line of credits. Again, hold on, I'll be talking about unsecured line of credits in a moment, but generally the interest rates are very flexible. very low when compared to other type of credits. Typically they will be like prime plus 0.5% or 1%, again depending on which lender you're going with. Generally it's somewhere around that your interest rate will be. So that's the second advantage. And the third advantage is, you can even take a product that is mix and match. So let's go back to the previous example again. The 100,000 property that you have now, you have a mortgage of, or you have a bad debt that you want to pay back right away, maybe like 50,000. So which means you need the money right away is 50,000, and you don't need anything more than that, but you want to have access to that money. So now you go to this lender and say, hey, I need a mortgage but with a HELOC. So basically what they do, you will get a product that is combination of both mortgage and line of credit. So the credit, now going back to the example again, 100,000, if they lend you up to 80% loan to value, then they can lend you up to 80,000. So from that 80,000, basically you will have an option. Again, every lender has different policies, but generally you will have an option to pick and choose. Let's say if you have that debt that you have to clear right away is 50,000 and you don't need that 30,000. Now you can set up this 50,000 as a mortgage amount and have access to the credit of 30,000. So basically this 30,000, you're not paying interest. Again, I'm repeating the same point, but that's a big advantage. So you will have access to that kind of product. So now the cool thing with this credit card is whatever the amount that you have in the credit, you can use it. Let's say now you have an opportunity to buy a property. So most of the lenders do allow you to use that secure line of credit amount to pay for a down payment. So now you have another property that you're looking at, you have a 200,000, let's say for the sake, that property need a down payment of 20%, now 40,000. So if you have 40,000 in your line of credit, secure line of credit, then you can utilize that money and pay the down payment for that property, which means that property actually technically is zero down for you because you're not using your money. I mean, yes, it's your equity, yes, but technically you're putting zero money into that second property because you're borrowing money from this product and putting in there. So that's another great advantage. You can utilize it for market advantage. You can have that advantage. And another advantage is now when you have access to money, when you're making offers, you can make attractive terms and conditions to get a better price. So you can utilize that. Let's say you have a line of credit of maybe 100,000 or maybe 500,000. Again, that's another cool thing. With the secure line of credits, they lend you your credit limit will be based on your property. For example, if you're living in Toronto, you have $1 million property, pretty much everything paid off, you don't have any mortgage. Now you can borrow against it for up to like maybe 700,000 or 800,000. So now you have this line of credit. Now if you want to buy an investment property, maybe when you're buying it, you can make no conditional offers to get a better rates. That's how people say cash offers. Most of the people use this line of credits to make those cash offers. And again, once it's accepted, they can either use all this money to pay the property and then go refinance it, or they just use this as a contingency fund. When there is an emergency, for example, if they have to close it quickly, they just use this money and pay it off. And then if they want to do some renovations like burst strategy, if you don't know what's burst strategy, I made another video. Check out I will leave the link in the description, also on the screen. So check out that. If you're planning to do that, or if you're planning to renovate and flip the property, then this is a great way. You can have this access to the money and do the renovations and go sell it off or refinance and that's when you can pull the money back again from that property and pay off this line of credit. So that's another thing. And also another advantage, big advantage, is the whatever the all the amount that you're using for another investments, because you're paying interest on that investment, that is tax write-off. What it means, basically, if you have this second investment purchased from this line of credit, now you will be paying interest on this amount that you used for the down payment, right? So in the previous example, 200,000 property, now you're using 40,000 from your first property line of credit, and you're paying the second property down payment. Now technically the payments that you're paying for this property, any income you're generating, now you have to show the expenses for this property, right? So now even the interest on this property is also an expense. Again, just a disclaimer, I'm not a accountant or any other professional mortgage agent or lawyer to suggest you what's the right way to do these things. Before you make any decisions, just talk to your professionals. But again, I'm just sharing my opinions on what I know from my personal journey. So that's a tax write-off. You can write off, sorry, my bad. You can tax write-off amount. That's an expense for your investment income. So if you're in a higher tax bracket like me, probably you can avoid taxes. You can lower your taxes. You will be saving money on the taxes, so it will save you taxes. And another advantage is, now let's say you're purchasing a property, and as soon as you purchase, most of the times you can ask the lender to set up a line of credit along with the purchase itself. So when you're purchasing it, let's say you, again going back to the same example, now you're buying a 200,000 property, you pay 20% down and you have a mortgage of 160,000. So when you purchase this property, you can ask the mortgage agent or the bank to set up a line of credit attached to this property. So when you're purchasing a brand new property, obviously you don't have any limit on that credit, on that line of credit, which means technically your limit on that credit when you started is 0. But here's the tip: as you pay down your principal, you will be paying every month your monthly payments, right? So when you pay that payments, you will pay interest and plus principal. So that principal amount, whatever you pay towards your mortgage, that will be accumulating into your line of credit. So basically they're giving you access to your principal and they're telling you to borrow more money, so in terms of line of credit. But again, if you utilize it in a right way, you can use that money to invest. Honestly, that's the game with all this, how people grow their rental portfolio. One of the ways, having this kind of access to buy property. And not only investing, this is another advantage, is you will have access to contingency fund. Like, so what I mean by that, let's say you have this line of credit and your limit is increasing every month. Now let's say after a year or two, for some reason you have some kind of urgent expense that you need to spend on this property. For example, your roof is gone, or maybe your furnace breakdown, or something. Of course, it's a property, always will have some kind of emergency situations come up. Let's say if you don't have any other cash, but you have this particular expense that you can, this particular line of credit, you can use that. So that's another advantage. You can use it for emergency needs. So you can have them as a contingency funds when you, for a rainy day, you can say, that's the right word to use. So you can use it for a rainy day. So there are ton of advantages from what I have seen. But also don't forget, there is also risks that are involved when you set up this line of credits, secured line of credits. Before I get there, I want to share quickly about what's unsecured line of credit. So probably you might hear these terms very often. So a basic difference: unsecured, which means it's not secured against anything. So basically, if you are a normal person, if you're working as an employee, or if you're self-employed, if you go to your bank and ask them, hey, I need some credit, that's like unsecured. It's pretty much again same thing like a credit card. Only difference between secure and unsecured: this one is not lean against anything. It's just based on your credibility they give you. So basically, on this, the disadvantage of unsecured line of credit is you will have lower limits, because basically they're just giving you based off of your personal portfolio. Basically, typically the limits for this line of credits will be somewhere between 50,000 to 100,000, whereas secure, it depends on your property, how much equity you have on your property. And the second disadvantage with this unsecured line of credits is your interest rates are higher than the secured line of credit, because secure, obviously bank has security against your real property. If you don't pay it, they have the property, but in this case they don't have anything. So that's why the interest rates are higher than secured line of credit. Generally they are like 3 to 4% or maybe 5%. Again, they're also not high as your credit cards. Typically 6 to 8, 9% the line of credit. Again, depends on your personal credit as well. Like I have a line of credit of 60,000 from RBC. The interest rate last time I saw it was like 6.8 or 6.9. Again, there is also a great advantage with unsecured line of credits as well. If you don't have one, I strongly recommend go talk to the bank, get a line of credit right away. But because the reason you having access to that money is always a good thing as an investor. Not to buy a car, don't buy cars or any liabilities. But if you're only investor mindset, get that. If you're not an investor mindset, if you're like, if you cannot control your temptations, don't get the line of credits. Again, that's my warning. But the biggest advantage is like now, as an investor, you will be doing a lot of renovation projects, right? So when you buy a property, you will get 80% loan to value for the purchase price, rental properties. But if you want to do some renovations, like if you want to do a burst strategy, as I said, watch out that video, what's burst strategy. But if you want to do burst strategy or flipping, you need money for the renovations as well after you purchase. So where do you get that money from? If you have cash, that's awesome. If you don't have cash, then secured line of credit is the first source. Second source would be the unsecured line of credit, because it's just you take the money and use it, and when you have the money back again, you pay back everything. So pretty much you just pay interest when you're using it. If that's way better than private lending, because when you go for private lending, the interest rates are higher, and also you have to pay the broker additional fees and all. So that's the thing with the unsecured line of credit. It's always good to have, especially if you're an investor mindset. Go talk to your banks, get the unsecured line of credit. And coming back to the risks, so what are the risks involved again with this secured line of credit? The biggest risk is now you're borrowing against your property. So which means, of course, if you don't pay that money, if you don't pay back, or if you default on that the property that you secured against, now because you use that money to pay some other property, down payment has a down payment for some other property. Now if you default this, that means you have to pay back that line of credit. So just be sure that you're utilizing it for the right reason, for the higher returns instead of for liabilities. So that's a big risk. And another risk is if you borrow all the limit that you have. For example, if you have 100,000 limit on your secure or unsecured, whatever the line of credit. Now, if you're borrowing the 100% money from your line of credit, there are chances for reducing your credit score. So be aware of that. Or ask the lender whom you have your line of credit with. Generally, it's always advisable to use like up to 60 to 80%. Again, until unless if you really need something, but it will affect on your credit score if you borrow all the money. So that's another risk. And another downside of the secured line of credit compared to having a mortgage is sometimes the banks will change their policies. So for example, right now they're still allowing you to use the secured line of credits as a down payment for other properties, but again, what if the banks change that policy? Now if they say that, hey, no, we are not gonna allow use line of credits as a down payment, again, it's possible that they can change those kind of policies, and they can implement any kind of changes, or even the prime rate, because the line of credits are variable, which is like prime plus whatever the amount. If the prime goes up, obviously your interest rate is going up, so that's another risk. So just these are the three risks, major risks that I can think of. Again, if you know any other risks that you can think of, leave in the comments below, and also if any other advantages that you can think of using the line of credit, leave in the comments below. But again, these are the things I would definitely, the first thing when I knew about this unsecured line of credits, I got it. I have a unsecured line of credit for me, and for if I have like 100,000, because I can use it whenever I need. And also secure line of credits, again, I don't borrow for every little things. I don't borrow for liabilities at all, but I have line of credit set up for all my rental properties, whichever the property that I have. I have a line of credit attached to it, and I'm accumulating, increasing my limit every day. Again, it's kind of I'm saving that for a rainy day or for an awesome investing opportunities. So now I have a line of credit access. If there is an opportunity comes up, I will jump on it using this money. So these are the advantages. Let me know what you think about this video. I know it's a lot of information to digest. Just take time, do your research. I would strongly recommend you have to know this information and just act on it, because knowing is not what makes you successful. Acting on it is what makes you successful, and navigating through with a proper guidance is what makes you successful. So utilize the credit with a right mindset, invest it like a millionaire. And let me know in the comments below what you think about this video. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up button, and with that, I'll be taking off. Have a wonderful day.